spokesperson for the Tomorrow Movement, a Syrian opposition liberal bloc. Previously, he served as the chief of staff for the president of the Syrian National Coalition. He joins us via Skype now from Abu Dhabi. Thanks very much for being with us. Now, I'm sure you're aware of this conversation, this recording of the conversation with the US Secretary of State. What do you make of it and his own personal frustrations with the whole process?
Yeah, obviously he was very frustrated, but what we can make out of this is that this is some kind of admission of a failure. Not necessarily Mr. Kerry himself, but the administration who failed. Mr. Kerry made a lot of diplomatic effort, huge efforts, in order to try to reach a cessation of hostilities deal with the Russians, but the Russians outmaneuvered the Americans. They made maybe the Americans be convinced that the Russians, they want peace, they want political settlement, but actually they were going all the time for a decisive military victory. And at the same time, Mr. Kerry is obviously frustrated from the White House because he argued for the use of force as a support for his diplomacy, but his argument was failed. This means that he practiced a diplomacy without teeth, which failed eventually.
So you feel that as a member of Syria's opposition, you feel that had he had that use of force, the threat of the use of force at his disposal, this would have given him a stronger hand, particularly with the Russians?
Definitely, of course. If you remember when Bashar al-Assad used chemical weapons on summer 2013, Obama said at that time, the American president said that he is going to punish him and he is going to use force against him. And immediately, Assad was running into trying to avoid that and hand over his chemical weapons that he did not even admit before that he had them. Before that, if you remember in 2005, when George W. Bush threatened Assad of using force if he doesn't withdraw from Lebanon, Assad immediately withdrew from Lebanon. So we have a kind of a dictator who is using this brutality and excessive force against the people because the people are weak. But when somebody is stronger than him, he immediately back off.
So as you know, there's going to be a new president of the United States from January next year. What are you hoping to see from that president and from the next Secretary of State?
Yeah, we're hoping to have a full policy towards pushing for a political transition towards democracy in Syria. Not a half-hearted policy, but a full, strong policy that takes into consideration that the Assad and his allies, they are not interested in a political solution unless there is a credible threat on them to be completely defeated militarily. So we are hoping to see a very strong support to the moderate opposition on the ground, modern weaponry, and we are hoping also for the allies to help the opposition in order to be more organized, more strong, and to make advancement, a concrete, real advancement on the ground, so Assad and his allies would change their calculations and come back to the negotiating table.
Good to speak with you, Monzer Akbik, joining us there from Abu Dhabi. Thanks for being with us.